guys, welcome back to Heritage Hollow Homestead. I'm Amber, and today I am out here early working in the garden, trying to get some stuff done before it starts to rain again. And I have been following around a couple of little bees, and I just was extra intrigued by them today, more so than what I actually usually would be. I noticed them. I'm always thankful that they're around because they play such an important role in your garden success. But today I was just extra intrigued by them. I'm trying to get to a spot here where I can stand still. I feel like my camera is getting foggy because it's so humid outside. But anyway, been following around these little bees and just watching them do their job. I've been extra intrigued by them and watching them do a task that seems so mundane and so unimportant. They're just tiny little bees, and this is just tiny little flowers, and what does it even matter? What if they just didn't want to do it today? What if they just didn't feel like coming out here and pollinating my garden? And that just reminded me of the importance of us being busy little bees as well, and how it can be, life can become mundane sometimes, and you can kind of bore of doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. And so I just watched these little bees today, watched them do their really super important work that God created them to do. And it was just such a good reminder to me that God created me specifically to do something that no one else can do. He created me to worship Him in a way that no one else can. He created me to do a work on this earth that He created me specifically for that and no one else. And sometimes what He creates us for, while we're in the middle of it, can seem boring. You can kind of tire of doing the same thing over and over again. And just as I watched these little bees today do the same thing they always do, I thought about the importance of pollinators and the importance of bees, and how basically life as we know it would just somewhat cease to exist without these tiny little bees zipping around doing their business. And that just was a great reminder to me and a blessing to remember that if their work is really important and they're just tiny, how much more important is the work that we have to do. And it also reminded me that God has given me a very specific work to do, a calling, just a life work, and that I need to be busy at it all the time, that I need to be a busy little bee. And with that, also wanted to encourage you, if you don't really know yet what your calling is or what your reason is for being here. I mean, life is so much more than just waking up, going to work, eating supper, going to bed, do it all over again, hope for the weekend to come, and maybe get to go fish or do something of that nature. There is a lot more to life than that. And the older you get, I think that people really, that's when you start to struggle a little bit more with the mundaneness of life and why am I here, and I've had the same job for 20 years, where if you're a mom with little kids, you feel like that time is never going to be done, and you just feel like you're just really drowning in the everyday life. And I just want to remind you that if you don't already know what it is that God has created you to do, if you have not yet realized what is your purpose to be here, God created every single person that is on this earth here with a purpose. It's kind of our job, though, to carry it out. So if you haven't figured out what your purpose is in life, I would like to highly encourage you to go in search of that, to really dig deep and ask, like, what's my reason for being here? what is my calling in life? What is my reason when I am gone? What was my reason for being here? Find it and then get really busy at it. These little bees, they already know, they know what they were created for, and they do a really great job at it. And there's no off days for a little bee, and there's no off days for us. And even if it's just the same thing every single day, to get up and do it with purpose, do it with meaning, and do it wholeheartedly, and to do it with excitement, and then that is what we need to be doing. So I wanted to encourage you guys today to remember to stay really, really busy at all the things that God has given you to do. And if you're really not for sure what that is, I want to encourage you to do some searching and ask what is my reason for being here. Find it and become really busy at it, and your life will take on all new meaning. Your life will feel so much more fulfilled, and it will just be life changing. So I just wanted to remind you guys to be busy little bees, and I'm going to put some footage in here. I've been following these little bees around, watching them do their work, do their morning business out here at like, I don't know what time it is, 8 o'clock this morning. What good little workers they are, and they just made me happy for the morning, made me think of how busy I need to continue to be. And we have been pretty busy around here with several different things, but it was a good reminder to continue to stay busy. And I'll show you a few things, or I'll share a few things that we have been busy with. That's just, our everyday life. Behind me is a hoe. I pulled up a little bit of our potatoes. I wanted to see if they were ready, and they're kind of small, so I'm going to leave them in. Plus it rained last night. It's going to rain every day for the next few days, so I'm just going to leave them in, let them grow for another about week, maybe 2 weeks, let the soil dry back up. Next time we have a few dry days, then I will finish pulling my potatoes. But the ones I've already pulled, I'm going to be canning those with the beans. I've been picking tons of beans. Picked tons of beans this morning. I have a bunch of peppers that I'm going to put in the dryer to dry, because I want those to just hold out and wait for me until my tomatoes are ripened, which they are not. And so I'm going to be putting peppers in the dryer, canning some beans and potatoes together, which is my favorite way to can green beans. Just been out here just working in the garden, just in general. And then I have some plants started over here. Let's see here. They are back there in the back. Have all of those planted, so as some of these go beyond their shelf life, I guess you would say, I'm going to be pulling some things up, some zucchini plants and stuff up, and planting some other things in their place, which I've already talked about. And let's see, I have about a week and a half, and then I'll be starting my fall plant starts and getting ready for a fall plant sale, which will actually happen in okay. So I lost I accidentally turned it off there, but we have been running the dehydrator almost continually. Been dehydrating zucchini. I've been canning tons of zucchini. I think today to have probably 40 jars of different kinds of zucchini relish, pineapple zucchini, dehydrated zucchini, like tons and tons and tons of zucchini. I think I've processed somewhere probably around 40 pounds to 50 pounds of zucchini so far, as well as eating it. And I still have a ton more. I'm going to start seed saving that zucchini. That's also something. I'm going to start marking my plants for the ones that I want to seed save from. I'll have a video coming up on that, on some suggestions that you can use when you are getting ready to seed save, and some do's and don'ts, because you should start planning on seed saving right now, and choosing the plants that you want to seed save from. We also, we had 4th of July. We had a great 4th of July at a friend's house, and just enjoying all those freedoms that people like my husband, all of our military have fought to give us the ability to enjoy. So we always try to make sure we really take some time to enjoy just enjoy our 4th of July and remember. And let's see here, what else have we been up to? Lots of canning tomatoes. We went and picked lots of blackberries. Maybe able to do that again sometime soon, I don't know. Made lots of really good blackberry jam. Made some and froze some for cobblers. We took our well water yesterday to be tested, so we're really hopeful with that that'll come back so that we can start using our well for our animals in our garden. That would be wonderful. Sorry. And let's see here, what else have we been up to? We will be picking up some freezer beef here really soon this coming week, so I may be canning some of that. I don't know, we'll see. Or I may can up actually the beef that we already have. So it's just lots and lots and lots of canning. Lots of already planning for the fall garden and fall plant sales, and starting to plan for homeschool and all the things. It just seems like it's a really busy time. We've been moving animals around and creating different spaces for our ducks separate from our chickens. Next month I'll probably be buying a buck, so my fall breeding season for my goats will be here. So there's just a lot. There's a lot of things going on, and the garden's going full force and shows no signs of stopping any time soon. And I have lots and lots of videos and blogs and all kinds of stuff that I want to get out, but I'm just so busy that I can't find the extra time to squeeze them in, but hopefully I will do better about that. Because usually in the mornings are when I would write or think about making a video or something like that, but now my early mornings are my animals in my garden, and I like to run my canners early in the morning so they don't heat my house up as much. So that's taken over my mornings, and everything just seems to be, kind of snowball from that point on, and I haven't had a lot of extra time. Anyway, herbs. All of our herbs are growing like crazy, so we've been dehydrating them. Our dehydrator has not stopped for weeks, I feel like, and there's still plenty more of that to continue to do. I'm really excited. It's the first time I've gotten to have a substantial amount of herbs. So yeah, that's what all's going here. We are staying super busy, and for someone who is like me, that's like a little ADD, I can get really caught up in doing doing lots of different things but never finishing them all. So I'm really trying very hard. My word for this year was focus. Is to focus on doing one task and totally completing it. And I remember the other things that we worked on. My husband had some extra time, and we were able to, we built compost, a really nice little compost bin that will actually contain and do what I've been hoping to do, versus me just having a pile of compost that when my chickens were out, they just destroyed it and scattered it out too far. So now we have an actual compost bin, a designated spot for us to handle all of that. So that was a huge blessing to have that done. And we also built some cute little goat sheds for free from all of the things that we have around here. Just pallets and some T-post, a few things like that. It was all stuff that we already had around here. So we built some little goat sheds that they are really enjoying. So we got that done. I'll be putting in my clothesline really soon. I'm excited about that. Maybe that'll happen next week. Our blueberries are all doing really good. I have my first apples on our apple trees. So that is just where we are as a little update, since I haven't been on here a lot. So we are staying very busy and can have a mile-long list of to-dos to continue to stay busy. And I just want to encourage you guys to stay busy too. If you're not really sure what you should be busy at, that's something that I would encourage you to spend some time thinking about, finding out spend some alone time, really just figuring those things out. And then once you have come to peace with what you should be busy with right now, make a list and get started on it. Okay guys, and so the last thing I want to say, at the risk of sounding, like that person, is that I also wanted to encourage everyone to be busy little bees, because I feel like sometimes we get amnesia, like we totally forget a year ago, where we all were and what all of our fears were, and what all of our anxiety was, that was stemming from the climate going on around us was. And now, I feel like everybody kind of has amnesia and they've kind of forgotten. So I just wanted to remind you to continue to live more sustainably, to find new ways to be more self-sufficient, to not forget, what last year was like, and that, even if it never, even if it never happens again, um, you know, it should have been an eye-opening experience of how reliant we are on other people for everything, untrustworthy people that we are reliant upon. And I just want to encourage you to find ways to be busy, at finding new ways to be more sustainable, and to do more for yourself and for your family. And even if it's little things, a lot of times all those little things, they add up over time. Like if we are just getting our well working, it may seem like a little thing, but it can actually snowball into a really big thing. Like it could actually be $100 spent on a well test could potentially save us, thousands of dollars in water throughout the years, that we won't have to use, pay a water bill for. That's just an example. Even if you only grow fresh veggies just to eat during the summertime, that's going to save you money on your grocery bill. All the little things. If you can just do something is always better than nothing. I by nature, I can't stand to not be busy with something, and struggled for years as being at home with kids and wanting to do more. Like, I am just a person who needs to put my hand to something like that is work, both physical and just, something to learn, something new. And so I find a lot of joy and fulfillment in doing this type gardening and animal care and all of that type of stuff. But that's me, not you. So whatever it is that you can find to bring yourself more joy, more fulfillment, more meaning in your life, just get busy and make a list, even if it's a lot of small things, and make some goals. Get out there, be a busy little bee, and do it. Hope you guys have a good day. Just want to encourage you with that, and I'm going to put some really cute little footage of these busy little bees in my garden today. I'll put that on here next, and hopefully you will enjoy watching them do their little busy bee things that they do. Hope you guys have a good day. Bye. Oh, I also want to remind you guys, don't forget to be inviting those pollinators into your gardens. We have these crazy sunflowers. I mean, they are like, I think they're pushing 8 to 10 feet tall. I have no idea. I'm 5 foot tall, and they are, oh gosh, they're at least 8 or 9 feet tall. The bees are loving them. We have lots of, let's see here if I can show you, have some just different fun little flowers to bring in some color, like right there behind me. I have some lavender planted over here. Oop, I see a bean that I have missed to pluck that. But just want to remind you to be inviting those pollinators to your garden so that you will have greater pollination rates, which is going to be more fruit for you in your garden. And yeah, so don't forget to plant some extra little flowers. Herbs, when they start to flower, bees really love those. So that's kind of a win-win. You get your herbs, then you let them go to flower, and that will invite the bees in. Also, make sure, like this, right the squash or zucchini, you want to make sure that you're pruning it back so that the bees can actually see your flowers, so that they can find them to pollinate them. So there's just a few quick tips on. Okay guys, so that was just a few quick tips on inviting some pollinators into your gardens for greater success and greater fruit yields on your plants. It's going to be to invite those pollinators in. Okay, bye guys.